Hi everyone, my name is Shiva Rolero, and today I'll be talking about autism spectrum disorder. Autism spectrum disorder. What is it? It is a neurodevelopment disorder which presents difficulty with social interaction, communication, and behavior. Typically, kids can be diagnosed as early as 18 months and onto adulthood. Here are some of the symptoms of ASD or autism spectrum disorder: unusual body language, gestures, or facial expressions, having seizures, avoiding eye contact, lack of interest in other people, lack of interest in sharing interests and achievements, unlikely to approach others or pursue social interaction, prefers to be alone, comes across as aloof or detached, difficulty understanding people's feelings, actions, or nonverbal cues, resistance to being touched, difficulty or failure to make friends with children their age. List of typical classroom behaviors of afflicted children with this disorder. Sometimes these children respond to social interactions but does not initiate them with other children. They have difficulty understanding rules in classrooms. They also have difficulty understanding group interactions. They make honest, inappropriate observations. Most often, they also prefer to be alone, aloof, or they are super friendly or overly friendly. Some signs to look for include, but are not limited to, speech and nonverbal communication, repetitive behaviors, disinterest in social interaction, blunt affect, limited or no eye contact, to name a few. The characteristics of autism can cause peers to perceive a child with a disorder as odd or different. This can lead to situations that involve teasing or bullying in a classroom. Unfortunately, children with autism often cannot discriminate between playful versus spirited teasing. Teachers and school staff must be aware that students with autism are potentially prime targets of bullying or excessive teasing and must watch for signs to help these children. Some descriptions of classroom challenges: time in explaining the material to student that may take away from everybody else. Um, I would say teachers should be avoiding quick instructions, unfortunately. So, say a teacher has a lot of things to do for the day, but they would have to take some extra time to explain to the student what they can be doing um, in a more thorough way. So they want to avoid confrontation. Unfortunately, you know, uh, their autistic kids are very sensitive depending on age, and so confronting them might make these students have behavior problems in a classroom. When the child with ASD is called on, the untrained teacher, rather than waiting, will evaluate the child's stress by repeating the question or expressing impatience. And when the pressure becomes too much, the child will simply check out or respond in an appropriate behavior. If the child checks out too many times, it will be a great challenge to re-engage him or her. So teachers should not try to confront them, give quick instructions, and as much as possible, try to sort of um, maybe pull them aside or giving them more a thorough way of explaining the the topic or the assignment to them so that they have a better understanding. Some list of strategies of counselors and teachers: arranging physical space, providing an opt out. Children with autism need frequent breaks, choosing special rules and procedures, be firm but avoid head on confrontation, maintaining appropriate behavior with them, using good communication skills. I feel like this is an important one because um, children with autism need to understand you clearly, so that because saying something wrong can elevate them to have bad or make them have their bad behavior. We should always understand their aims and focus on each child's strengths. And here are my references.